Yo, Hicks.
We are just inside the Beltway.
Now, can you hear me?
10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come
Can you hear me?
from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's
Hicks, can you hear me?
any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up. As
Yeah, I can hear you. I can't.
To do battle between
Can you hear me?
the Las Vegas Raiders and the Washington football team.
I can't hear Hicks, though. I mean, I can hear Hicks. I don't think he can hear me. Can you hear me? Hicks.
Set to go now
Hicks.
in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
I'm not muted.
First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And he is met
Hicks, you can't hear me?
tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's
Uh-oh.
2nd and 11.
Mute yourself, Hicks. Hicks, mute yourself.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
They're running it. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. Check. The block. Watch the block. Motion. Hey, Mike, 51.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Jordan Brooks with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Hey, can you hear? You can't hear me?
When we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. Now the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
56.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr, Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Isaiah McKenzie, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Well,
Maybe it's me. Can anybody online hear me?
Force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that stuff.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described That's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
I'm on my headset.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Can anybody hear us? Mark, can you hear me online?
Washington, nothing. Josh
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this
Maybe I'm
one's
on
in the
mute.
air.
Am I on mute?
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21.
Can you hear me now?
At their own 21-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
Number 30.
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game.
Bruh, why am I just getting hurt?
Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Hicks, can you hear me?
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the counter, it's Miller.
God.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Throwing his car on third down. It's caught. Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Julio Jones. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Down at the 28-yard line.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 38, Mike 38.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Shotgun now for Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr completes it. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
He's tackled at the
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. 21-0 our score after one.
Score Raiders 21, Washington nothing.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
2nd and goal.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Las Vegas.
Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Lining up for the
Lambo on for the extra point.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Lambo set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. A good pickup there at 22.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you.
And it'll be intercepted.
What?
Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. And even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very solid gain of 27. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll look to run with Connor, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. James Conner, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row, we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. From the gun, it's Carr. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Jonathan Grenard. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. Open man is Trey Burton.
Complete.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. To throw on 3rd down. Carr. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. We all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr setting up the screen for Miller. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the post.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. The lane opens here. He's
hey, Adrian. Hey, Adrian, I hope you can hear me. You are trash.
At their own 33-yard line.
I can't wait for week 14 so I can put you out of the playoffs.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offense...
What the heck?
Cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, he'll find Miller. That's complete.
Carr's pass.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Miller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
At the 3-yard line.
Miller.
Oh, my.
And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense is running away with this one. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
What does it matter?
Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere.
Oh.
And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. From the 24, Carr, that one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 5, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches.
Yeah, I probably will. I don't think my brother's played, though.
They run the counter. Miller. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Coming to you, coming to you. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Watch the pass.
They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Screen pass to Connor. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now at FedEx Field, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. I got one. Track him 60. Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this one is incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Guys, our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get Hawk 70.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 at a 1st down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but beating.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Lamar Miller. And some good tackling there as he's stopped up at about the 41. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
And it's 3rd down.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Ricky. Check.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and forever.
56, right there, 56.
Operating from the gun. Carr. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
It's on the counter or the TV. I mean, on the kitchen.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion situation is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Washington on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. 51's the mic. 19. Cut 19. Army. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. 19 light.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Sets up.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Washington. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
They'll try and run some clock here with Miller. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
I got you, boy. Mike 38, Mike 38. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. 60 Bobcat.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
make these babies cry all the way now. Mark 38, Mark 38, Mark 38.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check. Boy. Mark 38, Mark 38, Mark 38. Check down.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Matt Ioannidis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Out of the gun now on third down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Washington, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.